Are we recording? I think so. Hi, Paula.
Hi, Saundra.
Thank you for sharing with me in our video room at Legacy Real Estate and Associates. We're trying to put together I'm putting together workshops, and I'm asking my partners to partner with me. So Paula one day might do a workshop with me as well. Do you think you could do that?
Sure, absolutely.
Today we just want to talk to you a little bit about the importance of being lender approved. When I'm doing open houses, sometimes buyers are come through the open house and they tell me that it's just preliminary for them. They are considering to buy a home, but they haven't started any process yet. And that's kind of like putting the cart before the horse, because you don't know what your buying power is, so you don't know what price point of home you should really be spending your energy and time looking at. So by having the knowledge from a lender that you can trust and you feel comfortable that you're getting information the way you like to receive information, and one that lender that's going to really take good care of you, is very important. Paula can share very important highlights about that.
Thanks, Saundra. Thank you. Yes, you definitely want to be fully pre-approved when you're looking at buying a house, because no one's really going to take your offer seriously without that, right?
Right. I can't write one and submit one without one, because the agents won't be able to present it with any strength to the sellers.
That's correct. That's correct. So some people get a little confused with pre-qualification and pre-approval, and what's the difference?
Yes. So now they're talking about underwriting approval, and that's different from pre-approved.
Correct. Correct. So with pre-qualification, all we do is ask you a few questions over the phone. For example, how much money do you make? What's your gross monthly income or annual income? And how much do you have saved up toward the purchase, in the bank? We run a credit report, and that's really all there is to a pre-qualification. And we calculate out some very rough numbers to see if we're even in the ballpark with that client. Full pre-approval is really what you want. That means you have actually provided to the lender bank statements, W-2s, pay stubs, tax returns, and we have verified that. We've reviewed it. We've calculated the income the proper way. It's really hard for certain people to just figure out how to calculate out their income, especially if they're an hourly employee and they make overtime and bonuses and what have you. So that's our job as a lender, to know how to do that properly and to help our customers with the correct numbers.
And people like us that
right.
W-9 people.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Self-employed borrowers, very difficult. So we want to make sure that we've gotten you that full pre-approval. So once you've submitted your asset and income documentation to us, we've taken an application for you and pulled credit and reviewed everything to make sure that you're eligible for financing. We'll give you the numbers of where you need to be for purchase price and loan amount based on all the factors included. So, we're going to tell you exactly how much of a home you can qualify to purchase.
Right, and qualifying to purchase, that number is different than where you feel comfortable with your mortgage payment.
That's correct.
So that you can continue a lifestyle that you're used to, or where are you willing to give and what are you willing not to give up?
Absolutely, and that's probably one of the most important questions I ask every borrower that I meet with, is we'll go over the numbers and I may tell somebody, here's what you're pre-approved for, but then the next question for me is, what are you comfortable with for a payment? Because we do all have a life and we don't want to be tied to our mortgage as our life. So, and for those that have kids and what have you, there's other expenses other than just paying a mortgage. So it's very important to us to make sure that you're comfortable with that payment and we won't put you in over your heads.
Right. We want to see you in that home happily, so you'll come back and use this again for your move-up property.
Right.
And tell me, how long of a process is this?
For pre-approval?
Right.
Once we have an application completed and full documentation, 1 to 2 days tops.
And so when I hold my open house, what would you suggest to people that are just starting and have not started a relationship with a lender yet?
I would highly recommend that they get going with a lender, because it doesn't do any good to be out looking at properties if you don't even know what your purchase price can be and what you can afford. So first and foremost, you need to start with a lender. Get that pre-approval done, and that way when you're out there you can feel confident that this is a property you can afford.
Can you tell me what is the difference between working with a mortgage broker versus a banking institution or a credit union?
Well, Prospect Mortgage, we're a broker and direct lender. So We can actually broker out the loan if we have to, look for competitive products or maybe some special niche type of product that we don't have that another lender has that we need for a borrower. So we have the ability to do all of it. Whereas in a bank situation with your normal institutional lenders, you're limited to just their products. And most of the banks tend to have a little bit more overlays with their loans. So we all underwrite with standard Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac guidelines, but then the banks add additional overlays to those guidelines of their own. You know, a lot of lenders do that, but I tend to find that Prospect Mortgage doesn't have so many. So it's a little bit easier for borrowers to qualify for our loan products. You know, so that's probably the biggest difference. And I would say probably turn times. You know, as a broker direct lender, we're going to get things done a lot quicker than a bank can.
Right. And another benefit is by having a relationship with the mortgage broker in my office, I just have to walk down the hall when I have a question.
Right.
To get an update. You know, the question might start in the morning, but it might go on throughout the day with different parties, and I can easily be accessible to Paula and she to me, so that's a great benefit in our transaction to be successful and timely. Just have to get all of our documentation in as she asks for, and the rest she can do.
That's right.
For your success.
That's right.
It takes a team. It's not one person. It starts with the lender and the realtor, and then we bring other people into the team. The inspections and the appraisals and the title company and escrow. So there's many people that are very important to the team of your successful transaction. But it begins with the thought of buying a home. And when I meet you, when you come to my open house, I ask you, are you working with a lender? Are you lender approved? And if you're not, I might recommend Paula Iacomini with Prospect Mortgage. And of course I have relationships with others, but we like to bring the business in-house if we can, if it's going to mean that your transaction will be smooth and close timely.
Right. Absolutely. We'll make sure we get that done.
So with that, I welcome you to my open house this weekend. It's going to be at Brenda Way in Union City at the end of the court location, Unit 3. And it's a beautiful unit, townhouse-style condo, listed for $369,000. It's 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. It's 903 square feet, laminate flooring, granite countertop in the kitchen with stainless steel sink. Upstairs has a beautiful vanity in the 1 bath and 2 bedrooms. And in the back of the unit is the garage carport with also a laundry, so you won't have to make trips to the laundromat. I really don't like that.
No.
Especially during the rain.
Yeah.
So this is a great home for someone. And it is close to Cesar Chavez School. So the gated fence looks out onto their grass and their track. So it's a wonderful unit. Location is perfect. Hope to see you Saturday and Sunday, 1 to 4. And the location address is 32672 Brenda Way. Hope to see you there. Thank you. And remember, it's a great time to buy.
For sure.
Thank you.